YouTube, what's happening? It is Wednesday, August 27th, and we are talking college football today. Now, look, this is week one, but this is one of 5 days in a row that we're having football. I'm putting videos out the day before each day, except for Sunday and Monday. I'll put them out the day of because there's only two in one game. But Thursday, there's 17 games. There's a handful on Friday. There's like 60 on Saturday. You get it, I'm sure. So, but we're going to break everything down. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the hardest football video I will do the entire season because you know me, if you follow this channel, I look at stats. I look at information, data like that, and we look at a spreadsheet. You know, I bring up my matchup sheet and I look at the spreadsheet. I change the teams and we look at everything, but I have none of that right now because they haven't played a game yet. So we're looking at, we're pulling up the lines. We're over here looking at coaching. We're looking at this stuff. We're looking at depth charts over here on our lads. We're looking at all this stuff, and we're also finally looking at props for the players that have props. So we're doing what we can to find the best information. I say we, it's me. I'm a team of one, but still, based on all that, it's a very hard week. So if you have any plays that you like, put them in the comments, please do, because I'm going to be tailing some people. I already filmed the video. I've already done it. I'm going back to redo this opening because to let you know how hard it is. There are a lot of FCS games on Thursday. There's 9 of them. So, and there's no spreads, obviously. Come on now. But I do show the spreadsheets and everything I can. So if you have any suggestions, information, what you're taking, and some key information I would, not just me, but everybody would like, put that in the comments. I appreciate that. So enough talking, enough, yapping about nothing. So we're going to go and jump to that first game right now. All right, so first game is going to be Boise in South Florida. And let me just kind of roll through how this is going to work. Since we don't have stats, we're going to use what we do have, which is going to be depth charts, props, coaching, and odds, basically. So we see Boise 5.5, 62.5. And what we knew about teams from last year, like South Florida is a very high-paced team. Boise has a quarterback that threw for like 30 touchdowns and very few interceptions. So we know that information, nothing too crazy. Boise's ranked 25th. You go to the spreadsheet. This is the FBI, CBS, and SI's rankings of all 136 teams. They spit out a 31.3 average. They spit out a 75.7 average. So clearly the websites really like Boise State. You can see their coaches, you can see that information, all this here. I pulled the coaches from Wikipedia, so if there's any errors, blame Wikipedia, not me. So I just pulled it. I just want to get an idea of who's coaching where, especially on the coordinator front. So we come over here to the depth charts next, and we have Boise. This is our lads website. It shows everything. If you want to see transfers, TR is highlighted in each name. You can see it, TR. Purple is your true freshmen. You don't want to see a true freshman in your first string. You just don't want to see that. You will on some teams, not these two teams though, I don't think so. And we also look for youth and experience in our secondary and our O-line. That's where I care about the most. I want to know, do we have any sophomores or true freshmen or redshirt freshmen on our O-line? This team, no. Secondary, do we have the same? No, we have seniors and juniors. That's what you want to see out there. Same goes to South Florida. They have a very old O-line. Grad, senior, grad, senior. Damn, that's pretty good. Secondary, sophomore, junior, senior, junior. A little bit younger. I can see Boise trying to take advantage of that a little bit. So I don't care. If you're that good, you wouldn't still be at South Florida. Sorry, you would be getting paid to go to one of the larger schools. That's just the nature of the game now. So, and then lastly, let's go look at the props. Prop wise, this is outlier. Link in the pinned comment. I have it separated by quarterbacks like I do in NFL. Passing first. Just anything quarterbacks will do. I have their passing yards. You can see how they do, who they're going up against. You want, if both teams last season were in the bottom 100 when it came to pass defense, I think over 62.5 might be the play. We can look at their individual games. Now, clearly, he only played so many games last year because he got hurt. You can see everything. And then Madsen did play all the games. You can see how he did. So he went over this line 50% of the time. Cool. And then lastly, we have just non-passing. So we can see like touchdowns, receiving yards, and look at the defensives. You see the pass defense was not good last year. They're using last year's stats, so we kind of just go with it for now until we have new stats. So for me, in this game, I come back here, I see 62.5. I don't know who's going to win the game. I assume Boise probably will, just gut feeling. I'm not putting them in a money line parlay. I'm not doing that. I will take over 62.5 because 63 is a key number. 62.5 is beautiful for an over. That's what I will take. So over 62.5 will be the play I take in this one. Let's go to game 2. All right, game 2 is going to be Ohio and Rutgers. And immediately, the first thing I notice is Rutgers is a 15.5 point favorite. Rutgers? Really? Hey, whatever. 51.5 is our total. We go to the spreadsheet. We look at our coaches. This Shiano, Brian Smith, cool. This is from Wikipedia. Apparently, nobody's coaching special teams. I know that's a lie, but hey, there's nobody officially listed as special teams coordinator. Whatever, cool. You see 78, win, no rain, Piscataway. Cool. Let's go to the our lads, Ohio. You can see the teams here. They don't really, I guess, list anything past the two deep, really. So that's cool. Whatever. Very few true freshmen over here on special teams, but not much over here. Let's look at the secondary again. Do we have anybody? Sophomore, senior, nothing there. What about our line? Grad, senior, junior. Okay. What about our QB? Parker Navarro. We'll look at him in a second. And then let's pop over here to Rutgers. Let's see, Rutgers got the whole team on here. Look at all these freshmen. Look at all of them on here. Damn. Sophomore, free safety in a corner. Uh-oh. That ain't good. We come over here to the O-line. Senior, junior. That works. So QB is Ethan. Ethan? That's a cool name. I can't even begin to say it. Calicamananis. Butchered. The name Butcher is back, baby. So let's go ahead and pop over here. We want to change this up from this one to this game. We'll see what the QBs are. All we have is props information for Ethan. 225, 227. Obviously, we take this one has more odds. We'll look at this one first. Let's get rid of you and you. Change this up to you. In 2024, you played the whole season, and you can see what you did. Yeah, he's averaged 207. His line's 227 going up against Ohio. Ohio was 50. They're both 50. Well, they're 50th. So you're telling me the other guy don't have any stats. Okay. I see, we're figuring this out together. We got this, not a problem. So that tells me I have to come back over here. We need to figure out what Parker Navarro did. So come back with me. Parker Navarro, let's open him up. Let's see what he did. So he is a grad transfer. And before this, he was Central Florida transfer school. So he was there, 2,400. 13 and 11, and that ain't good. Those stats aren't good. You can see what he did last year, all the games he played in, 254, 235, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Rushing yards, 1,000 rushing yards and 18 rushing touchdowns in 2024. Damn. All right, Parker. That's cool. So, I need to know how, yeah, hold up. Let's go over here and look. What is Rutgers' rush defense looking like? So I kind of want to know. Let's come over here and look. Rushing. Let's sort by rank. Let's see what we got. Different game might help. Not this game. Cool. Not much data on here at all. So, yeah, I don't like this game. There's nothing truly standing out. I really don't want to take anything. When you see Rutgers is a big favorite, that instantly makes me worried. So, me personally, y'all gonna have fun with this one. I'm passing on this one. Next. All right, next up is Lafayette, FCS Lafayette versus Bowling Green. I don't have the props or the stats for it. I have no props for it. I will show you the coaching and the depth chart. That's all I can show you. So let's go ahead and pop on over to it. So we have Bowling Green, and look who's coaching. Eddie George. Yeah, that Eddie George is the coach. You can see we have the coordinators. You can see the rankings overall based on the sites. Not much data there. We can see the weather. We come over here to our lads. I can look at this stuff. We can see Drew Pine is the quarterback, huh? Drew Pine. Well, all right, we gotta look at that in a second. Line is looking senior. Okay, everybody's old, so we don't have anybody super young out there. Secondary, we got a sophomore in the free safety. Ooh, so let's go and look at Drew Pine real quick. Open him up, see what he did last year. Obviously, Missouri, Arizona State, Notre Dame. He's been all over the place. He is a journeyman. So last season he had 391, 59.8, 3.3, and 104. Not the best. Literally, this is 2 seasons so far. These aren't good. I mean, he's going to have the chance now to show if he's any good or not. But man, look at this. Oklahoma was his best game. 143, 5.3, 3 touchdowns, and that was 11-9. Other than that, no. So have fun if you're going to play this one. I'm not. Next. All right, next game on the list is going to be East Carolina, NC State. So we actually have a FBS versus FBS. We can come on down. We have some odds. Yes, we do. It is NC State 14, 2 tutties. 61.5 is our total. We go to our spreadsheet. Let's look at our coaching. We got Blake Harrell versus Dave Doran. Doran's been there forever. Blake Harrell's been there 1 year. You see our coordinators. We see our overall rankings, 89 versus 56 based on our sites. It makes sense. NC State's at home. Nothing's too crazy. I mean, that all makes sense, right? Cool. Let's go ahead and pop on over here to the Hour Lads. Let's do East Carolina first and bring them up, and let's take a look. Whew, it's a lot of purple. And it's purple fresh. A lot of people. My God, look at all these people. That's not even enough numbers to go around. Look at this. That's a lot of dudes. It's a lot. And we even got reserves down here. Okay. So we really care about the secondary. We care about that. And we also, what do we have? Sophomores, grads, junior, two sophomores, huh? Three sophomores. That's some young. That's young. That's young. I don't know. I don't know about that. O-line, sophomore, senior, red shirt junior. Yeah, okay. I see that. Right tackle senior. Okay. QB is Katen Hauser. So let's go ahead and I'm going to see if he's over here before we jump into it first. Let's see if he shows up on this list. Is it Pirates and Wolfpack? Yes, he does show up. So we'll look at it over there. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's change this over to NC State and take a look at them real quick. And get rid of this one. I don't need both of them. North Carolina State, Wolfpack. Oh, CJ Bailey. There's your team right there. Nobody really standing out. Defense, you can see nothing's, maybe a sophomore standing out. That's it. Huh. Okay, cool. Let's go to the player props and see who we have. Hauser versus CJ Bailey. You can see the opponents were not the best. When it comes to passing, both teams didn't have the most amazing pass defenses out there. So we can look and let's open both of them and see how they did last season, just out of curiosity. So get rid of you, change it to you. 2024, Hauser. Last year with ECU, you can see he had some bright spots. He hit 300 for a bit. Like, he was averaging over 300, really. Well, close. 222 because these games are really bringing him down. And let's go over here to Bailey, 2024. This was with NC State. You see how he did. Not that great when it came to passing. If anything, I can see East Carolina holding, like keeping it. 14's a lot. I don't know how good NC State really is. So, and then if you want to go others, that just isn't quarterbacks. We just change this over to Pirates Wolfpack, just like it works. And then we can see who potentially is going to be showing up on props. And I'm going to tell you right now, I took a lot of props last week. I took like 6 of them. I don't think I did well. The spreads I did great on because it's basic information. Props, you need to be careful because we need to know who's going to do what. Or like quarterback passing obviously makes sense. We could take this. I could take Hauser to pass. Like Navy, cool. And no, he faced NC State literally in the last game he played. So, but they won the game. You see this, right? 26-21 NC State. Literally, was that the bowl game? That is the bowl game. Okay. Yeah, 12-28-24. Yeah, that's the bowl game. So they're literally facing off again to start the season. So back-to-back games. Interesting. This is why we do things like this so we can find things out. ECU already beat them once. I mean, he didn't throw for that many, but he can. You see, he could throw out there. I want to take ECU plus 14. They've already done it once. They've shown they can do it. I don't know where this game was, but if you can do it once, 14 is crazy. So game lines, yeah, 14. I'm down for that. It's plus 100. I could work with that. I'm not taking money line. Absolutely not. And 14 without knowing much about NC State and their quarterback didn't play too well. I'll take ECU. We'll dabble on that. ECU plus 14 on the road, plus 14. That works for me because I can. This is how I see it happening. NC State jumps out. It's like 28-7. All of a sudden, fourth quarter, ECU keeps passing. They come back. Next thing you know, they win. They don't win. They cover. It turns to a 10-point game. That's all I need. I'm good. ECU next. All right, moving on from NC State, we're going to UCF and Jack State, which I guess technically is FBS. I still don't consider Jack State as FBS. I just don't. Sorry, I don't. But if I come up here, they do have a line. It is 20.5. All right, so we need to find some new information out there. So let's go ahead and pop on over. Scott Frost is back, baby. Back in Orlando. Good deal, good deal. What the hell? 0.731A? What is that? I don't know what that is. Whatever that math comes out to. So let's go ahead and pop on over here to the Hour Lads so we can take a look at it. We do want to go Jack State first because this is what we're doing. We're looking at stuff like this for now. Jack State, bam. Anything crazy? You know what? I don't. Punt return, kick returns a true freshman. I can already envision a fumble, can't you? I know I can. So we can look through these. I'm not going to break every one of these down. You can see that for yourself. You can see if anything really stands out. Like if your left tackle's a true freshman or a redshirt freshman, you might be you might have some trouble. So let's go ahead and change the UCF. Central. It's going to be down here. Central Florida is going to be the full name. Central Florida right there. Any true freshmen to worry about? So we're hunting. We're looking for them. I ain't seeing much. So cool. Let's go to props. Take a look at who these are. Change this over Central Florida. Hell, right? Nope. No. Do I not have the line for this? Are you telling? Wait a minute. It's Gamecocks. What? No. I have no props. Yeah. You see that? I see it. There's no props. They don't have any props this game. Hey, whatever. That's okay, cool. I didn't like, okay. Um, Looking at the ratings, they're not high on UCF because of Scott Frost. I'm guaranteed it's first game back. Jack State, I mean, this is going to be a lot of running probably. What's the over under 52 and a half? Maybe under. I don't, no, I'm not vibing with this one. We're going to pass. Next. All right, next up is Delaware State and Delaware. Absolutely not. There's no lines for it because it's FCS, but there you go. Delaware 122. They're ranked ahead, thanks to, according to these three sites, they're ranked ahead of 12, 14 other teams. What does that say about those teams? So you can see how they do. Let's go over ahead and zoom out so you can see their hour lads. You can see everything there. If you want to play this, you can. I have no clue what you're going to do, but I'm passing on it because I have to. Next. All right, from there, from Delaware, we're going over to Monroe versus St. Francis. It just keeps getting better. We actually have a group that's going to happen. You know what? So let's knock the group out. There's like 6 more on here. We're going to do all of them right now. It's the FCS block, if you will. So St. Francis, Monroe, you see everything there. 117. Monroe's actually higher than I thought they would be. I thought they'd still be closer to 130, but hey, Monroe's doing a little something, something. So Brian Vincent is the offensive coordinator. He does both. So yeah, good stuff. Let's go over here, look at their hour lads real quick and bring that up because I want to make sure we have that. So how is it going to be Louisiana Monroe? Yeah, right there. Warhawks. Zoom out so you can see it. That might help you. There you go. You can see how they do. Bring it down. Oh, we have the coach stuff up here. Hey, good stuff. Offense, defense, you can take a look at that. Cool. That's whatever. Let's move on from Monroe because we obviously can't play that. Next one's going to be Missouri and Central Arkansas. There is Missouri. We got Eli. Drinkwitz is obviously there. Kirby Moore is the coordinator. There you go. 28.3 average for Missouri. Cool, cool. Aren't they ranked? Let me check. I'm actually curious about Missouri ranked. Squeeze me. No, they are not ranked. I wasn't sure if they were. I couldn't remember. So, yeah, there you go. Let's go back over here to their hour lads and take a look at their stuff because we're not going to have any props in these games. We're not going to have any lines in these games that I'm looking at. You can find lines, I'm sure, but nothing I want to do. So, Missouri. I live in Missouri. So, show me, baby. And you can see everything there. We got Bo Pribula is the quarterback over Sam Horn, huh? All right. Whatever. We'll see what he's all about this weekend against Central Arkansas. So if there's your stuff there, let's move on. Next one up from Missouri is going to be who? Duke versus Elon. There's your stuff. Manny Diaz is the coach now. You can see everything there. Brewer, yep, it's all there. Yeah, this is fun. Let's go over here. Let's go Duke. And Manny Diaz, yep. And you see everything there. Quarterback is Darian Menza. All right, I think I saw that. Menza's the quarterback. Nothing crazy there. So you can see all the stuff there. Let's back out. Let's do one more again. We're going from Duke. We're going to Okie State. Okie State versus UT Martin. Man, look at Okie State. They got to do better. They got to do better. They can't be doing this. Meacham and Grantham. Grantham's a defense coordinator still. Okay, cool. Or is still. I can't remember. I don't know the dates on it, but yeah. Gundy's been there forever. So let's go to weather, take a look at all this stuff. Back up, not weather, but our lads, that's what I meant to say. Oh man, so much to do today, so much. We went Okie State right there. Who's our quarterback? Zane Flores is the quarterback according to the list here. There's your defense, you can look through all that. And special teams, what have you. Back out, we got a couple more. We still got more. Oklahoma State. Now we got Houston versus SF Austin. Houston's right there. You can see what they got. Willie Fritz is the coach. 63 average for Houston. Slade. That's a cool offensive coordinator name. So let's pop over here. Change this over to Houston. Houston. Bang. There you go. Quarterback Connor Wegman is the QB. And there's your defense. There's that. Yeah. They're probably going to whoop SF Austin's ass. Just saying, they probably will. A big spread, I'm assuming. And then from there, we got one more, and it's going to be the last game of the day, which is going to be San Diego State Aztecs with Sean Lewis. 107. Damn, San Diego State fell off, didn't they? They fell off bad. Oh, okay. Still looking to see what their team is. Who's the QB? San Diego State's right there. QB is Jaden Denigal. Okay, whatever. And then you got that there. So those are your FCS games. That way we don't have to do that anymore. So now I'm not playing any of them. If you want to have fun, but you're just gambling at this point. So next. All right, back to a game I haven't covered, which is going to be Wyoming and Akron. Really, that's a fun little matchup, I think. I think. We'll see. What's the line looking like? Currently, we have Wyoming 5.5 on the road in Akron. 47.5 is our total spreadsheet. Let's look at the numbers. One of the bottom 5 teams in Akron, according to these, in Wyoming. Wyoming on the road, though, does scare me. Jay Sawville is the coach. Joe Moorhead is still the coach here. I mean, 8-28. You're not going to be there after this year. They're going to fire you. We know this. We know they're going to fire you. Come on now. So let's go ahead and look over here at our lads. Let's start with Wyoming. That's what we've been doing. Start with Wyoming. Take a look at what they're up to. Who's the quarterback? Caden Anderson. Do you have any props? That's a question I want to know first. Cowboys and Zips. We actually have props in this game. And we have props for both quarterbacks. Yes, good stuff. Defense, line, passing. There's a redshirt freshman on defense. Tyree, you better be the boss man, because that is Of course, it's Akron. I mean, how worried are you about Akron? I'm not. Let's show you. And there's your stuff. Ben Finley is the quarterback, senior transfer, defense. We got any freshmen out there? Nope. They got some juniors and seniors. Okay, cool. Let's go over to player props. We got Ben Finley, Caden Anderson. Let's open these two up and let's take a look and see if there's anything worth playing with these two. 2024, what'd you do last year? And you were with Akron, right? Yes. You were all over the damn place. You either threw for almost 400 or you just barely could hit 200. What the hell? What? Okay, that was with Colgate. That was Western Michigan. That was Buffalo. And that was Kent State. So when you played somebody bad, you showed out. But when you played anybody with a pulse, anybody, they shut you down. Wyoming has a slight pulse, very slight. So, And then let's look at Caden. Let's see, 2024. Oh, you didn't do much last year. You played in one game and threw for 342. I guess you played these games too, but were you with Wyoming last year? You were. Okay, cool. This is one of those games where you're gonna hear me say it a lot. Don't bet on bad teams. Bad teams v bad teams. Wyoming, I would lean Wyoming, but I mean, would I be surprised if Akron won the game? No, but I got someplace. If I'm doing something, I'm taking Wyoming. We're going to trust. 52. Do I trust the total there? No. See, totals are hard because we don't know how these teams are really going to do with these new players. I need some data. So, you know what? Give me Wyoming 5.5. We're going for it. Next. All right. From Akron, we're moving on. We got about 4 or 5 left. Next, we have Minnesota. Currently, what are our odds here? I know we have odds for it, right? I'm sure we do. Yes, we do. Minnesota 17.5, 43.5 is our total. Let's look over here and see Pete Lembo, PJ Fleck, row the boat, baby. 42 versus 101. Minnesota should handle business here, right? You would think. Greg Harbaugh Jr., Matt Simon. Okay, cool. Minnesota 17.5 makes me want to take 17. Makes me really want to take 17. Let's go over here and look at our lads and see what we got for Buffalo. Buffalo, there we go. And who's our QB? It is Taquan Roberson. And there's your defensive stuff. Buffalo should probably get stomped. I'm just saying, they probably should. If Minnesota's going to do this should be like 52-3 at one point. Buffalo is not. Depends on who you ask. Some people think Buffalo is 119. Some people think they're at 90. So everyone's different. Let's go Minnesota, which is right. If I could spell Minn. So many M teams. Minna. Found him. Got him. I got this. Drake Lindsay is the quarterback. First off, let me come over here. Do we have any props that we can use? Question. Golden Gophers, Buffalo. Drake Lindsay is the only one we have. So we need to go back to Buffalo and take a look and see what the hell's up with, what's his name? Taquan. There he is. There's a picture of him. See, okay, he has never played. Is that what we're saying here? He's been to 3 schools and has never played. Okay, that's weird. Slightly weird. Slightly put off by that. Okay, cool. And now you're getting to play Minnesota. Yay. Minnesota 17. Drake, can you be average? Just be, and then Buffalo's not that great when it comes to this. All right. But you didn't really do much last year either. Okay, you're new. Okay, I see where we're going here. I'm probably going Minnesota. This still, yeah, Buffalo was not the great. And receiving galore, my God. Yeah, we're going Minnesota. We're going back to the lines. We're taking Minnesota 17. I am going to, this is me. This is what I personally do. You can do what you want. Some people see 17.5 and say, oh, I would never. I like key numbers. I'd rather have the chance of a push for a little bit of juice versus they win by 17 and I lose because of a hook. I don't like hooks. I don't like it. So I will always come down to alternate spread, and I will take or find another book that has a line better, and I will find Minnesota by 17. Where the hell 17 at? They're way down here. Way down here. Minnesota 17. It's 115. I'll pay that juice to have a push potential. So give me Minnesota 17 next. Oh, I forgot one FBS versus FCS matchup. It's UAB and Alabama State. How could I forget such a powerhouse of a matchup? Forgive me. Well, there's UAB. 124. Trent Dilfer is still the coach for some reason. I don't know why. He'll get fired eventually, and then UAB will get a better coach. I think they're just trying to intentionally kill the school again. They're doing something. I don't know what they're doing. So, yeah, UAB's not good. Let's keep it a buck. You would think with a QB like Dilfer, they would have better QB play. No, they just don't. So let's go back up. Let's go look at UAB while we're here. UAB Blazers. Let's see what we got. It is Jalen Kitna. That is John Kitna's son. Yeah, let's see. Do we have stats for him? Well, no, we don't. I have to click on this, but I'm not going to because there's not much here. We don't have lines. We have nothing there. So there's UAB Alabama State. And then now we can just move on to the next one, which is going to be, hold on, let me just update my spreadsheet here. Cincinnati and Nebraska. A lot of people real high on Nebraska this year. I mean, real high. 6.5, 51.5 is our total spreadsheet. Let's pop over. Let's go. Was that Cincinnati's a home team? Thank you. Right chair. Coaches, Rule versus Satterfield. This is probably, is this the game of the day? Yeah, this has got to be the game of the day. I mean, who else could it be? But still, 30s versus 50s, Nebraska. I mean, I like Matt Rule. I thought he'd turn around. Was this year 3 now? So yeah, this should be the year he does something. Let's go look at who he's got for his personnel group, and we go to Nebraska first. And let's look. We got Dylan Raiola, aka Patrick Mahomes' baby, mini, junior, whatever you want to call it. Wannabe Mahomes, that's him all day. There's your defense. There's everything there. Let's go ahead and pop back up and go to Cincinnati, since we're talking about them too, and see who they got, just to see. Sorsby is the quarterback for Cincinnati. I still don't see any true freshmen in the 2 deep, which is very good. Let's go here and look at our props and see. We change this around to Cornhuskers and Medicats. Who wasn't good? I got field goals on here. All right, Nebraska, 2 field goals. That might be a play. If you want to play on underdog, it's there for you. So what else we got? Change this over. Bearcats, Cornhuskers, Sorsby, Raiola. I mean, you would think Raiola would be better, right? I mean, you would think that. Is he going to? Who knows? But this is what Sorsby did last year. Downward trend, not good. Now you're facing Nebraska. Don't love that for you, buddy. Raiola had a very consistent, just 200s, nothing crazy. Everybody and their mom's going to be taking Nebraska 6.5, I'm sure. I don't trust Cincinnati, really. If I'm watching this game, so I'm taking, let's go for it. Nebraska minus 6.5. I'm going to have a money line parlay. I've decided I'm having one, so adding it, no problem. So, yeah, let's move on to the next. We got one left. Let's just jump right into it. I got it right here. No problem. It's Wisconsin. I got a mansion in Wisconsin, and it is going to be 17.5 for Wisconsin. 40.5 is our total. Oh, buddy. Low scoring. Chuck Martin versus Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell needs to do better. I'm telling you right now. They're not going to settle for 13-13 for 2 years. So, yeah, let's go over here and take a look at our stuff. Changes over to Miami of Ohio, 81 for 47. This should be, Wisconsin should win this. This is a game, I'm going to tell you right now, Wisconsin wins 28-7, 35-7. It's going to be one of those type Wisconsin games. You know it is. We all know it is. So I want Miami of Ohio first, just to kind of make sure there's no crazy shenanigans happening at quarterback we don't know about. So where's the Miami? How do you spell Miami? Right there. Can't tell you. Oh man. So let's see. Quarterback is Finn. All right, there's your team. If you want to see all that, they're up. True freshman in the 2 deep. And secondary, not much depth either. A little concerning, I would say. Let's go to Wisconsin. Ooh, way too down. Way too far. We got Billy Edwards Jr. quarterback. Air raid offense. Ooh, buddy, good stuff. I didn't realize I put the defense on there. That's good to know. So let's go ahead and pop over here to props. Get rid of you, and change this over to Wisconsin. And this to Wisconsin. Billy Edwards, Daquan. Let's see what they're up to. Edwards 2024. What'd you do last year? Edwards passed. He passed a lot. Wisconsin with the air raid offense feels very weird, but guess what? They're doing it. And what was the defense last year like? Let's take a look real quick. Your opponent rank was Miami of Ohio had a pretty good pass defense. Ooh, so did they. So passing, that's why the total's 40.5. That makes a lot of sense. So we're not taking a prop here. What about Finn? He only played in two. Well, he played in two. He didn't really play in this one. So, I mean, if you want to take Billy, you could. But, I mean, do I dare? Do I dare? I don't know if I want to. I think they do. Do we do it? Let's go. Let's go look. Let's go look at the vault spread. 17, 17 for 120. I will take that every time I can get it. Let's do it. It's gonna be one of those days where it's like I don't expect anybody to be upset. The only upset I can really see is maybe Nebraska, since he pops off better than people think they do. So let's make a money line parlay while we're here. So let's go back to this. Let's go to the lines, all of them, and let's see if the whole day. Let's see if we can make a parlay. I need to make me a new line on here. So one above. That didn't help. Okay, whatever. So I will make a new line, not a problem. Moneyline parlay, what do we do? We're not putting Boise or USF in it, not a chance. Let me come down to the bottom, then I'll do it down here. Money line, spell. We'll call it Thursday ML parlay. Thursday ML parlay. Got to have something to root for, right? So, oh, I can't even do. Oh, I see. I see. I'm breaking things. I'm breaking the sheet. Hold on. I need to make one below. Thank you. So Thursday ML parlay. And who am I putting in this bad boy? I'm not putting USF or Boise. I can't. I'm not. That's too close of a game. So we're leaving that one out. You got to put Rutgers in there. I don't know how much this is really going to get you, but 614 for Rutgers, I can work with that. So it's going to be Rutgers. It's going to be a hefty moneyline parlay too. It's going to be a lot of teams. Usually, that's moneyline parlays in college is good stuff overall. I love them. So, all right. So, all right, do this. Where am I typing out? Okay, whatever. It's gonna be Rutgers. We're gonna put them in there. UCF. You put all the heavy ones in there at home. You don't take the road teams. And you do not put road teams in your moneyline parlay. Don't do it. And I mean, 1,000 for UCF. Yeah, Rutgers. Yes. I guess Jackson will say potentially upsetting. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy, but it could happen. Scott Frost's first game back. Who knows? I'm not touching Wyoming, Akron. I'm not putting NC State in there. If you're questionable, leave them out. Could they win? Absolutely. Should they win? Yes, but I'm not putting them in there. Minnesota, Wisconsin will be in there. I'm not putting Nebraska in there. And then we're in tomorrow. So that gives me a Minnesota, UCF, Rutgers, and that's it. In Wisconsin. So it gives me 4. That might get you to even money. It might not. I don't know. We'll pull it. I'll look at that. We'll see how it works. I'll talk about it tomorrow. So we're done. This has gone way too long. So let me go back to the schedule. This is the hardest week of the year for me, is trying to pick games without stats. With stats, I follow stats. We're simple. So those are the games. Appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know what you're playing. I might tell you because you might have a better idea than I do. So, because without stats, I'm blind. I'm in the dark. So, appreciate being here. Check out the HQ. Check out Outlier. And I'll see you tomorrow to break down the Friday games. Peace.